Our first speaker is Mr. Jim Dible. Jim was president and CEO of Times Publishing Company. Shortly after he retired from the paper, he became president and CEO of the Erie Regional Chamber and Growth Partnership. He retired from that position in 2011. Jim remains active in the community, volunteering for the Barber National Institute, and is the chair of the Erie Arts and Culture and the Erie Regional Library Boards. Please welcome Jim Dible.
Well, you'll know in a couple of minutes that I'm just a warm-up act for two rock stars here, Mel Witherspoon and Joe Schember. But I'm here today because Joe Schember is the kind of person we should all aspire to be. There are 3 C words that I believe describe Joe in his private sector career, his public office service, and in his life of volunteering. And those 3 C's are that Joe is committed, Joe is collaborative, and Joe is compassionate. In his private sector life first, for 4 decades, Joe displayed a resolute commitment to the PNC Bank customers. When Joe was heading up all of the PNC Bank branches, he was the leader of hundreds of PNC co-workers. He helped build customer relationships that led to results. When Joe moved to the wealth management side of things, he forged many collaborative relationships with high-wealth clients and prospects. Joe Schember understands what makes our economy tick. Then in his public sector life, Joe spent more than 5 years on Erie City Council, again with energy and that commitment to doing what needed to be done. Joe was Finance Committee Chair of the City Council for 5 years. I happened to be the CEO of the Chamber at that time. The business community was greatly concerned about the city's financial issues and the impact on our local economy. Joe did not duck the issue. He arranged an in-person conversation for me and my Chamber Board Chairman with himself and the city's finance director to help us understand from the business community what the city faced and what the city was doing about it. Joe understands the need to be for collaboration at every level with all constituents and has always displayed that willingness to collaborate for the greater good. In his volunteer life, Joe has touched both individuals and larger groups with his compassionate approach to helping others. 2 examples of Joe's commitment to volunteerism and his amazing compassion for those in need stand out for me. The Getting Ahead program helps low-income families and individuals from dependency to self-sufficiency through education, self-assessment, and a mentoring experience. Erie Together and GCAP launched Getting Ahead. It's a huge time commitment over the better part of a year for someone to be a mentor to someone else who's in need. Joe has now been a mentor 5 times for Getting Ahead at the Erie City Mission, compassionately helping people believe in themselves and to see opportunities for a better life. And Joe and Rhonda Schember, for the past 28 years, talk about commitment, have disguised themselves as Santa and Mrs. Claus to have Barber National Institute students enjoy sitting on Santa's lap. Seeing any of the photos of those children simply melts your heart. Because of his diversity of leadership roles in solving challenges in his banking career, his city council tenure, and his volunteer efforts, Joe understands the need for our next mayor to be an energetic and strong leader at this critical juncture in Erie's history. Joe will always be compassionate. Joe will always be collaborative. and Joe will always remain committed to Erie's future success. Indeed, Joe Schember is the kind of person we should all aspire